And now let us move on to the battle of the content creators. Let me tell you, it is the Pluto versus Oga Obinna. Or should I say, because he's the one who started it, it is Oga Obinna versus the Pluto. Now, you all know the Pluto because he has this, he does really good content, and he has a specific show we all know and love, which is the loyalty test, sanitizing relationships out here. He's just sanitizing everywhere. We have seen it, we laugh about it, sometimes we think it's staged or something, but anyway, he's putting content out there. He is doing his thing. He's not bothering anyone. He is not stealing. He's not doing wash. He's just creating content. Anyway, Oga Obinna, significantly older, been in the industry for a longer period, decided to tweet and say, so none of this sanitizing shows can get a handheld mic, a boom, a lapel, or anything. Must they keep holding that long cord with a lapel mic at the end, moving it from one person to another? You'll get very comfortable out there. Plus, the scripting is now too much. LOL. And I'm thinking, what was the reason? There was absolutely no reason for you to put it out there, especially knowing I am Oga Obinna. I have this platform. There are these people following me. Why should I just be spreading this negativity? If you were really concerned, if you were really, you know, had good intentions about it, you could have DM'd this guy and told him you could change the strategy. You could, you know, try something different.
There's so many better ways of dealing
There's
with this.
so many better ways you could have corrected this mistake that is very irritating to you only. However, the Pluto decided to respond because he's like, why are you going through the corners? You know, if you want to talk to me, talk to me direct, you know? Because why put sanitizing shows in quotes and everything? Tag the person you want to go to war with. Anyway, the Pluto responds and says, the long, ugly mic got us 130 million views a year, 10 million views a month, as per now, and 700 plus views every 48 hours. Got some good dudes some employment. The long, ugly mic made us open another channel, Brainy Maniac, where we've given youngsters an opportunity to practice and earn from their abilities in writing, voiceover, and editing. The long mic. Kama wewe si fan huwezi elewa utamu wa kukimbia na hako ka mic. We understand you. And that's just the best response you could have put out there, because there was absolutely no reason for Oga Obinna to be out here spreading that hate for no reason. As in, aliamka tu akachoose violence. If you're, you know, you're Oga Obinna, you're more established. Ungemtumia hata wewe create content, you know. Ufanye, today we are going to vlog getting the Pluto mics. And then, you know, create content hata wewe. If you wanted to really use his name, you could have done it so differently. There was no reason to have this back and forth going on. However, we live for it because showbiz, okay? It keeps us employed. It keeps the lights on. So please, continue your violence. Continue.
I genuinely feel like sometimes people, because like I used to have the same problem. Like sometimes you watch something and you're like, Aki Gaibe, they can't get stabilizers for these big shows. Like Catfish. You know how they're always running and you can see even the image,
cameraman,
the image sort of bopping over. And I think it felt very, for me, it felt very irritating until I understood that there are different formats for different things. Different shows use different formats. Why? Because that is the format that makes it more juicy. Now imagine if you were just seeing two people standing side by side. Ati moja mpatiwa mic yake na screen yake, moja mpatiwa mic yake na screen yake. And we're talking about something chaotic, like you just cheated on someone. That format wouldn't have been, ingekuwa na ile delivery, ingekuwa na ile utamu ya drama, you know, because you want to keep panning across and back and forth to create that mood of that atmosphere of chaos, that intense, you know, immersion into it. That's
and
just
we love
the
it
format.
like that.
That is the format for any docu-series or interviews in the interviews, and they're called Vox Pops, Voices of the People. It's called Voice of the People, Vox Pops, which basically is you going out in the field and gathering data about how people are living their lives. You know, it needs to be raw. It needs to have all that noise. It needs to have that unasikia kaupepo mahali because
Changamoto.
it shows you, it gives you that authenticity of that piece of content. And yes, it may seem irritating to you who has developed, who has gotten a stable level of how videos and colors and all these aesthetics need to work for you and your show. But shows are different. Content is different. And this is how that particular content delivered can make it interesting and juicy. And then you're to chaos. It's very interesting that this guy is running, now they're chasing the other one. You see the other guy trying to find out within channel end up. That chaos, that mood is what makes it what it is. And you would understand if you watched many, many other YouTubers who do the same content. Think about Mr. Beast. Do you know about Mr. Beast? The biggest earning YouTuber in the world. Like, this guy is bagging contracts in the millions of dollars per show. His views are like 30 million plus in a day. Like, this guy will launch a video and in 6 hours, you see the video has already boomed to like 30 million views, and it is just insane. But it is how the content is delivered. That's just the format for such content, okay? However, you know, to each their own. That's what we say.
Yep.
I think sometimes, from where I'm sitting, when you're when you're on show every single day, sometimes you run out of things to say. Because like, by then you've spoken yesterday, today I'll speak to you again, the next day I'll speak to you again. You kind of start to run out of things to say, and you start to nitpick on small little things that really shouldn't be your concern. Honestly, yeah, do better. You can't be this vile all the time. I mean, even us guys are very vile, but sometimes we take it down. Like now we're saying, Pluto for the win. Oga Obinna, please calm down. Baby, calm down. Calm down.